Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. But, as you see, we have another person in the group. This is Aunt's daughter, and she'll be helping us with the Praetorium tonight. So, let's get into it. Alright, stream is live. Now, before I do that, where are we actually going? Is that okay? It's at the same place.
Trillium processing plant.
I know the dungeon is called the Praetorium.
Yep. I just didn't know where the entrance was, so didn't want to take us to the entrance from the last time and be, a zone away from where we're supposed to be.
Thank you.
And eventually I'll figure out which dot I am on the map. There we go. The Enterprise is at your disposal. When you're ready to head for the Praetorium, you need only say the word. If we succeed in destroying the Ultima weapon, it will deal a crippling blow to the Empire's hopes of conquest. After that, the 14th Legion would not dare to move against us, barring the discovery of further Algan doomsday devices, that is. Let's be on our way. Gaius and his plaything await.
Which one's this?
The Praetorium. Are we ready?
Yes.
Ready? Yeah.
Does anyone know what the number next to the level is? Most of the entries on my list say 0, but I've got a few that say 1.
Oh, I think that means there's a group already waiting for people to join.
Ah, gotcha. Alright, and just like last time, Ant, I'll let you lead the way. Just tell me what you need me to do.
Okay, this one's pretty easy.
And hopefully we don't have any crazy Lalafels this time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I'm never gonna forget that name either. Ugh.
What was it? I remember right, this dungeon has about cutscenes.
Oh, whoa.
These people talk too much.
So here we are. The Ultima weapon will almost certainly be housed in the depths of this complex.
Just FYI, it seemed to be about a beat behind you, so don't start anything until I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I know that.
You don't want to die.
That's why I'm letting Ant lead the way.
I'll try to take
You can die.
Note, Ant, that Iron Will dropped. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, what's this?
You go up the lift.
Okay. I saw something on the ground there, and I thought I was trying to pick him up. Wasn't going.
Watch for these guys drop off. Who's on this terminal over here?
Well, we definitely have one person who knows who's been here before, at least.
Yes.
But at least they're not triggering cutscenes.
Oh yeah.
Speed run. First boss, pretty easy. Just tank and spank. We just need to
Alright.
keep placing a wall so his cleats don't.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm cussing.
Gaius. Ah, Sid, my boy, you are late. There is something I always meant to tell you, yet the time never seemed right. It concerns your father. What of him? In the winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his part in Meteor. He told me that he wanted nothing more than to wash his hands of the whole sordid business. But he did not wash his hands of it. He helmed the project until the day it killed him. Come now, Sid. You must know that he did not have the luxury of choice. By the time he realized his error, it was too late. Meteor had him completely in its thrall. Shortly before his transformation, mayhap sensing that something was amiss, your father confided to me all his regrets of life, most of them concerning you. Early on in your career, you realized that while you had a talent for devising armaments, it would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw that you would be far happier using your knowledge for peaceful purposes, and the thought touched him. He was a changed man for it, though he could not let it show. You blew holes in this place just so you could say this to me? What is it to you? I want you at my side, Sid. Take up your father's mantle and become the Empire's lead engineer. It is your destiny. My father had a change of heart. You said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you it lies not with the Empire. A pity. And what of you, adventurer? Will you not consider making common cause with me? With your powers joined to mine, we might do much for this realm. Together we would bring order to Eorza and usher in lasting peace. Gaius talks faster than Sid does. No? And I could expect no better answer than this? So be it. It was your strength that made me prefer my hand of friendship, and it is your strength that makes me proffer now my blade. Save as an ally, you are too dangerous to remain. That's a big thing, with a big sword.
That's a cool sword.
Big scary monster.
Run, Sid. Or stay. It makes no matter. You cannot escape. Gaius, wait, damn it! Okay, that was fast.
Uh-huh.
Knowing Gaius, he is headed for the ultimate weapon. If we find him, so too will we find our quarry. With these instruments, we can monitor every nook and cranny in the castrum. I think it's time we divided our forces. Pray go on and give chase. I'll track your movement from here and guide you through the complex. We'll stay in contact via Link Pearl. Be careful, alright?
Okay, everybody onto this platform. Oh, we lost a guy. We'll catch up.
That piece of crap. Okay, everybody uses terminal so you can operate one of the robots that we're going to get to in just a little bit. What's that?
Everybody needs to use this thing, or you won't be able to drive one of the robots we're gonna come up to.
Gotcha.
First time I went through this, I didn't know I was supposed to click on that, and I had to hoof it the whole way. It was kind of funny.
Look at him with the little, what are those things called? They're funny.
Glow sticks.
Yeah, the glow sticks.
Alright, grab some armor. I know the first attack is the best, but the second one is easier to use.
Oh look, it's our ride. Ah, there she is. I trust you recognize our old friend Maggie, was it? They must have shipped her here from the Sentry. Considering all she's been through, it's a wonder she's still operational. Tough old girl. Now that you're suitably armed, you can blast open that bulkhead. The external walkway will take you there. I was about to say, it looks like somebody's already blown a hole in the bulkhead. Follow till you come way down to the lower level. I wish this toolbar wasn't in the center of my screen.
Yeah, okay.
You can grab it, move it.
I think I have my UI locked, so I can't do that. Oh no, I can grab the plus symbol. Okay, that works.
Thank goodness we don't damage ourselves.
Amen to that.
Oh, that one dude seems to take damage. Oh, probably not from me.
I just totally got hit up.
Me too, Zora.
I could do this.
Well, I saw us kill the first arm, so I started moving up when the second arm came out and smacked me.
Me too.
Yeah, I got a little close.
I got right there and they were like, looked like I got stuck.
That bulkhead is composed of a special alloy. Extremely tough. Ordinary fire won't leave a mark, I'm afraid. You'll need to divert all power to the Magitech cannon, as I did so memorably once before. As you may recall, the armor's core is like to expire from the strain, but there's no help for it if you want to press on. Now listen well. Press the control, engage ancillary, then fire away. Don't mind the warning lights.
Poor Maggie.
Indeed. Oh well, assuming we don't blow this place sky high, we'll fix her up later. You're a natural at this. Alright, the way is clear, but it's just you and your own 2 feet now, so be careful. Okay, I do like how we brought 6 people to this group, and Paulus is still the group leader.
Yeah.
You've been leaving a fine mess in your wake, adventurer. Is someone there? Garland, old friend. How it warms the heart to hear your voice again after all these years. Nero? Is that you? You sound well. It would seem this savage land agrees with you. The highest ranking tribunes in the 14th. It was you all this time? Tell me, Garland, how long do you intend to keep all the glory for yourself? What? You've lost me. Don't play the fool with me. Ever since the academy, I've been condemned to live in your shadow. By all objective measure, I was the more talented of the 2 of us, yet the fact counted for naught beside your privileged birth. You were admired as a young prodigy simply because your father was the great Midas non-Garland. When you defected, I felt sure my star would finally rise. But by disappearing, you acquired the status of a legend. Your reputed genius gained credence merely by dint of your absence. Instead of cursing you for a traitor, the people actually came to think of you more fondly. To this day, you are still a young prodigy of Magitech. I, meanwhile, have ever been made to feel second-rate. I, who have continued to serve our nation faithfully, whenever I fail to excel, why, it is only to be expected. Yet when I exceed all reasonable expectations, people proclaim that I walk in the footsteps of Sid Garland. Nero, I don't know what to say. It matters not a whit what I achieve. Your existence has rendered mine worthless. Even Lord von Belsar saw fit to offer you my place at his side, and this is in spite of your betrayal. Did he extend any such offer to me, the man who has remained loyal to him for all these years? Why, no, he did not. Long have I endured this injustice, but no more. Lord von Belsar is in the midst of activating the fully powered Ultima weapon. It is my magnum opus, the creation that will win me the recognition I am due. I will not let anyone interfere. Nero, what are you? Ever since I first set foot in this benighted land, I have watched you. Every move you have made, every step you have taken. You have felled icons, a feat made possible by the Echo, a peculiar power which shields you from their corrupting influence. It is a little wonder that my lord has taken an interest in you. As I have, if truth be told, it is my desire to harness your power. That is a rather large hammer gun?
Yeah.
Just hammer?
I guess just hammer. I was like,
Should I
did he break
succeed,
it?
Lord von Belsar will surely take notice. Besides this, Garland's achievements will be child's play. Come, adventurer, and yield to me the secrets of your power. Anything you need from me on this one, Ant?
Tank and spank. Watch out for the AoEs. Try to stay out of the electricity on the side.
You say that as
After he punted us into it. Thank you for the follow.
DPS needs to get that ad.
We're hitting him. Some I couldn't even hit because they're too far out.
He went down quick enough.
This changes nothing. The ultimate weapon is activated and it brims with the power of icons. Nothing can withstand its might. How many times are we going to have to kill this guy throughout the story, I wonder? Are you alright? What of Nero? Fled? Damn it. In the instant prior to the blackout, the instruments detected a massive power surge from the deepest chamber. Gaius is certain to be there. We have no time to waste. Word arrived from the Alliance a short while ago. It seems the Order of the Twin Adder has completed its blockade of Castrum Sentry. What hands they have to spare are hastening this way as we speak, and likewise for the Maelstrom. All that's left is to destroy the ultimate weapon. I should warn you, the chamber which houses the target appears to be saturated with etheric energies. There's bound to be heavy interference. But even if we lose contact, you must go on. Just don't do anything I wouldn't do, alright? I think that's the wrong way, Ant.
Yeah, it is. I knew that.
Yeah, but that's the purple door over here, isn't it?
There's
Oh,
a
I
purple
guess-
door over here, too.
Yeah, alright.
I just noticed the red circle on the ground.
Look for the lift's control panel. It'll be somewhere nearby. Take the lift down, and you should find yourself in the chamber of the Ultima weapon. Keep your eyes peeled. Gaius could be waiting for you down there. Oh, and don't even think about dying. You're too bloody useful. The interference is getting worse. I don't think the connection will last much.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is not but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind. Which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well at Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise. For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the impotent ruler, that of false worship. A path which leads to innovation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one truth will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you has the power to stop me. so hard-pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet, you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
Only in video games. Bad guy decides to monologue in the middle of the fight and then just walks away and we let him go.
Oh, I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There are gonna be some pretty long monologues.
It's disconcerting sometimes when it happens in the middle of the battle.
Now, do you guys remember the primal fights? Because we're gonna kind of get all those mechanics wrapped up into this thing.
Oh.
Don't stand in the glowing yellow things.
Yeah. Or the blue things or the red things. Don't stand in anything.
Kill all the ads.
Allow me, then, hero, to do that which you will not.
Well, now I wonder who was piloting it before.
Yeah.
Probably Nero.
Bear witness to the true power of the Ultima weapon.
That was quite a knockback.
But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful! Why does my enemy still stand? Can his strength truly be so great?
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
La Brea.
Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal he bears.
So, this is what empowers him.
Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the Hammer of Darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the Shield of Light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Ascian.
The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alec failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you speak?
A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart.
La Brea, what have you done?
No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn.
Damn you, Ascian.
The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. And from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Hydaelyn. It seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belzar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together.
DPS what?
Oh, never mind. He was about to cast a spell that was going to wipe us all. We have to hurry and DPS him down before he can finish it. But yeah, we did.
Yeah, by the time I was able to click on him, he had like 2% of his health left.
Heed me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead the people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And still, you failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burned out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true god will ensure her complete excision. Yet, to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about. And that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive. It is past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
It's not a flame, it's a laser. Pew pew. Ha!
I don't remember what this guy did because he went down really quick.
It seems to be going down pretty quick this time, too. So I'm going to go with group up and hit him till he dies.
Cannot be undone. We have said enough. Hydaelyn cannot save.
If thou wouldst pierce the shadows, make thee a blade of light.
What? The light, it binds them. They are too many.
No chest. Damn it.
We got the commendations. That's what matters. I guess.
Yeah, you'll be able to get some pretty cool stuff in those combinations.
Alright, Thancred. Time to get your lazy butt up. We need to get out of here.
Emo, get your heels on.
I'm ready. I've got him.
Or our crazy pet Magitech could show up.
Oh, I thought he was dead.
And so my
Me too.
conquest ends, Sid.
There's the other dude, too.
Well, we could stomp on him on the way out.
In smoke and ashes.
Hear, feel, think. Warrior of light, beloved son. The darkness hath fled before the unclosed brilliance of thy spirit. Yet it lingereth still, beyond the sight of men, in forgotten corners of the world. In the depths of the abyss yet
AFK a minute,
resideth
guys.
the Dark One,
Alright.
watchful ever, till this evil be cast out. Never shall the world know aught but a passing peace. Yet for the present, a gentle light shineth o'er the realm of Eorzea. With thee at its heart. From sparkling moat shall it swell to glorious sun, and all the world shall bask in its warmth. Blessings and joy be upon thee. Go forth, my child, and be as a beacon of hope for Eorzea and the lands beyond through all the days of thy life.
My lady, all Twin Adder units have fallen back to the outer perimeter.
The Flames have completed their withdrawal, General.
Admiral, all hands accounted for.
He's still in there.
Sid, has there been no word?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Damnation!
He's going to make it, I know he is. Ida is right. We must have faith.
Sid, can they not be evacuated aboard the Enterprise? That adventurer and the Scions are as the Warriors of Light reborn. We cannot abandon them to their fate. Not again.
I wholeheartedly agree, but flying into the midst of that would only add to the fireworks.
There must be something we can do.
Please, Mother Hydaelyn. Please light his way through the darkness.
Look into the light, my child. If thou wouldst see thy companions returned safe to thee, reach out to them now.
There!
Oh!
Our Warrior of Light.
Yes! The hero returns!
Look! Thancred is with him!
Thank the 12!
Thank Hydaelyn.
Welcome home.
You almost got us killed that one time, remember?
Now, we both know that was your fault.
Thank the 12 we're safe.
Mind your horns there, man-bull.
Mayhap when you mind your manners.
Though the crystal that bound Thancred is no more, I doubt we can say the same of La Habrea. And even if we could, we know that he is not alone. Confounded Asians.
Oh, did you guys go up some levels?
Their god may be unknown to us.
I'm still in a cutscene.
Their zeal is unquestionable. Suffice it to say, it would be folly to assume that they no longer pose a threat.
The fact that it's a cutscene with credits rolling on top of it, I imagine it's going to be a long one.
For now, we must savor what peace we have won, however ephemeral. Do you see, Grandfather? Our first step towards realizing the dream for which you gave your life.
Friends, the dread night of Imperial tyranny and Asian machination is ended. A new day now begins in Eorzea.
True to their name.
This is my favorite
the
Final
Scions
Fantasy
of
song.
The Seventh Dawn, along with our champion, have delivered us from darkness.
Let their shared victories serve to remind us of our shared history. And let their bravery in the face of adversity inspire future generations.
Doubt not, the realm will need bravery in the days to come. Old rifts threaten to divide us within our walls, while hordes of beastmen claw at our gates. And though the Black Wolf be slain, the rest of the pack remains. Yet no foe need we fear, so long as we stand as one.
So long as the Scions stand for peace.
So long as our champion stands fast. For there exists no adversity over which we may not jointly prevail.
No longer can we turn a blind eye to the suffering of our allies.
No nation stands alone. If one should fall, so shall we all. Eorzea is our shared home. For any one of us to know peace, so too must our neighbor.
Just as we join in solidarity before you this day, so too shall our grand companies be joined henceforth to strive not only for the good of mere nations, but for the good of all the realm.
Change will not come overnight. Yet I foresee a day, not so very far from now, when the lines that divide our lands fade, and all of Eorzea is one.
It has been but 5 short years since the Battle of Cartano. 5 years since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era. No victory, however sweet, can wash away our bitter sorrows. No triumph can reclaim those we lost. Yet do not presume you honor them by dwelling on the past. It was not the past they fought for. You would repay their sacrifice by looking to the future.
A future united, as the warriors of light united in the champion.
Now is the time for us to rise as one, bearing all of Eorzea on our shoulders.
5 years ago, Eorzea bore witness to the end of the 6th Astral Era. Now, the 7th Umbral Era draws to a close, yet we come together not to glory in its end, but to mark a new beginning.
Let it be writ that on this day, by the light of the crystal, Eorzea ushered in a new era. The seventh astral era is come. And thus is ours a realm reborn.
That reminds me, we haven't seen Alpha Node's sister in quite some time.
I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, I know, right? She was a cute one.
I'm at the credits. What do we do?
Escape the cut, and then you'll escape another one, and then it'll go into another cutscene.
Well, I'll see you guys on the other side of it. I have a policy on stream that I don't skip credits, so.
Gotcha.
I will admit I wasn't expecting credits. We've been playing WoW for how long? When was the last time we saw credits in WoW? Well, I guess on the login screen, they've got the credits button there if anybody ever wants to push it. This does bring to mind recently the credits rolled on Nier Replicant, which I play on Saturdays. And I found those credits interesting in that they are just every person involved in the game listed in alphabetical order with parentheticals next to their name saying what they did. As opposed to, here where we have development support, and then these people, and then another section for sound division, and all that sort of stuff. Just every name, what they did next to it. Resulted in much more concise credits.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
I'll be right back.
Alright. Well, my verdict on 2.0 Final Fantasy, pretty good. And what I hear, this was the bad part. So, good stuff be coming, I guess.
Back.
Welcome back.
We have a lightning thunderstorm, so I don't know if we run the risk of losing power, just FYI.
Alright. If it gets bad enough that we need to call it, just let me know.
Okay.
Or if y'all just disappear, I know what happened.
Yeah.
One thing I will give them credit for in those last 2 dungeons, they did a pretty good job syncing up how long the chat bubbles were on the screen. Like, they were up there long enough to read it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Gaius seemed to talk faster in the chat bubbles than anybody else, but it was still fairly good.
AFK a bit to make a phone call. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh, I didn't know we unlocked flying. That's cool.
I didn't know we did either.
Yeah.
Val and Sophie are both in your room.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I'm down to the third-party contractors, so I think the credits are almost done.
Okay.
I'm back, guys.
Welcome back. Okay. Apparently at the end of the credits, there is something called the Meteor Survivors List, which is a list composed of people who signed up that completed Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. And apparently it is a extremely long list. I will be skipping this. Seeing as how I let it run for a full minute and it was still in the A's.
Yeah, when it had a breakdown of the alphabet, I wondered.
Yeah. But yeah, apparently when they took the game offline to do 2.0, they let people sign up if they'd completed 1.0, and they put their names in the list.
That's fun. But we don't need to go through it.
Indeed not. If your name is on the list, feel free to beat 2.0 and look on the list for your name. But I don't know who you are, so good luck.
What is it?
What was that? That roar. It can't be. Did you hear that?
There's no time to spare.
Guys, I just got 30,000.
Where is it coming from?
Sweet.
Dread tidings, chaos and carnage! It is an abomination! A primal has awakened!
Kas Bahamul move.
One Azaz moves da.
Fanzar Lokpai ki hads Haldorn Zur, Ukdorn. We next starve Chemuv. They only cause the pause right ball.
And I have survived cutscenes.
You're a more patient man than I am.
Now I have to go talk to Minfilia.
I don't think I could ever survive the credits and then more cutscenes.
The Archons have conducted a preliminary investigation into the origin of the roar that rang out during the celebration. Their findings strongly suggest that a new primal has appeared. The roar generated a distinctive wave pattern in the aether, a pattern observed only once before in history, 5 years ago to be precise. I should like to think it mere coincidence, yet we cannot discount the possibility. Well, I trust I need say no more. At great sacrifice, we have delivered Eorzea from a threat posed by the Empire and the Primals, and thereby secured peace. We cannot well allow the realm to be plunged into chaos once more. You have given your all for our cause, risking life and limb on I know not how many occasions. Yet our struggle continues, and we need you now no less than before. Please continue to stand with us, and together we shall safeguard the future of the realm. And to answer your question, Ant, I don't think I actually gained a level. I'm very close to 52, but I think I was 51 when we started out.
Gotcha.
I was able to tick over to 52, so hey.
Nice.
I ticked to 53.
Shut up.
What?
Just kidding.
Sorry.
Minfilia had 2 quests for me. Did y'all pick up both of them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
It pleases me to see you well. Oh, and the explanation that I have received from Discord is the quest icon that's on fire is a main story quest. The ones with a plus sign on them and are purple are unlock quests. They unlock something. So, you should probably always pick them up even if we don't do them on stream.
Right. Okay.
Do excuse me for interrupting. My lady, the gentleman from Ashaga Exports has just left. I understand why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tartaru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this morning. Thank you, my lady. Ever since we defeated Gaius von Belsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret, with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tartaru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, but I have every other merchant of his ilk. Or as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the Syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorza, not the interests of individual Eorzans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage can empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. Yet my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there is still work to do. The Ultima Weapon's destruction, 'twould seem, has served to embolden the Beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Amalja, the Ixal, and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, but that is but half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Oh, my turn to say something? Basically, this means the primals will be stronger than they ever were before. Far, far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of Ultima Weapon's maiden appearance. You will remember that as the time it devoured 3 primals in one sitting. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak, but alas, due to the losses they incurred and to ensure the success of Operation Archon, they are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. After deliberations, the leaders concluded that they must needs turn to us once more. To thee. The etheric waves that were observed in Mordana do not appear to bear connection to any beast tribe. Yet much and more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake this mission? You have my thanks. I truly do not know what I would do without you. Go ahead, Thancred. With circumstances as they were, I haven't had a chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. A string of failures had left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger, that I might do right by my fellow scions. But instead I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I am quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again soon. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of the beings threatening to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Urianger has the overview of the situation as it stands. Please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. recall you our meeting with the Admiral, shortly after the Lemencians sent word of the summoning of Titan? Then mayhap you will also recall my words to our host. I said unto Merlwydd that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded. That we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Lemensa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Lemencians to distort the facts to fit the narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Menphilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is, what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alhamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at a cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of how many times I've had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we were to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now and have it done with. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. Very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beast man, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. The despair doth begin with the Amalja, who have already been summoned forth Ifrit.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, our power is going on and off because of the lightning storm, so we got kicked.
Alright.
Wow, okay.
With our comrade Thancred now
We'll
returned.
try to get back on here in a little bit, but we might not be able to.
Alright, no problem, Matt. Thanks for running with us if you don't manage to make it back in.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully I'll see you in a little bit.
Yep.
With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou will do well to seek his counsel. Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate that those with power...
Although it's probably just going to be my dad getting on because my sister's using a computer right now.
Okay.
Right? Dictate that those with
thanks
power
for running
prefer...
with that.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Shiro.
Indeed.
Bye.
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 Later. But those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the others resteth over the hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioner's machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to rise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortunes so finite. Friend to the dawn, hear my plea. Tidings most ominous arrive from Gridania. A primal walketh the shroud. Those who have borne the eldritch spirit witness, and return to tell the tale, avow that never before seen its like. The god's quiver doth investigate as we speak, and meseems Lord Lewin would welcome a capable adventurer's helping hand. Prehee thee to the seat of the first bow, and shine thy light upon the matter. Confirmation has just arrived from the immortal flames. 'Tis as Urianger said, I fear the Amljah have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of the Baldessian insisted that I refrain from taking the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tempering. As much as I hate missing out on the fun, for everybody's sake, I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing the data. Now, the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that will help be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Minfilia's words, but this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for this mission. Be safe, my friend. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I, too, have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along. You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason the Vesper Bay still lacks an Aetheryte? They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied to us unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length, and plant our banner in a place which all agree is beyond their borders. Mordana. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a variable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be our best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have an invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alphinaud. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Science of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did, that makes us more than the mere comrades at arms. We are as much a family as... That will be all, Alphinaud. I'm sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Leave Ul'dah. Has it truly come to this? Oh. Pray attend to Alphanode. He is engaged in some business or other that requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphanode waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Confound it, she knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Menvilia's mother, well, adopted mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flamine was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorza, not to mention a certain Sharlahan minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Menphilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamine's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reasons, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flamine is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Illud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress' description has been seen of late in the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Menphilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth to Lenoskia at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gregorou as to the veracity of these rumors. Alright, there were a lot of quests to read in there. And more to read out here. How fares the adventuring of late? Your gear holding up against the rigors of the trade? Make no mistake, my friend, the quality of your weapon may well prove the difference between life and death. If you're serious about such things, there's someone I could introduce you to. Her name is Rowena, and she is a collector of all manner of rare artifacts. She just might have something in her stock to suit your martial prowess. Rowena used to do business in Ul'dah, but has since relocated to Revenant's Toll, as to be nearer to the ancient ruins from which she derives her livelihood. Should you ever have reason to go there, you'd do well to pay her a call. Nothing like staring at a sea to bring an old man back to his glory days. The good old times when his whole life still lay ahead of him and the greatest adventures were yet to be. Gah! Don't you know better than to sneak up on your elders like that, young'un? Are you trying to send me to an early grave? Well, not nearly as such. And don't tell me. I can see it just from the look of you. You're an adventurer, and an accomplished one at that. You may not be the graybeard I am, but I reckon you've a memory or two that you'd be keen on remembering. So what say you join me for a while before we return to the road? After all, some reflecting on the past could be what you need to discover the path you'd forge into the future. Well, do we want to try to do something else tonight, or do we want to call it here? Because that was a lot of stuff we just did.
I am fine. I don't know, Zora. How are you?
I'm good. With whatever.
I'm still reading. But I'm good with whatever. I'm trying to get a ring, but it's not really that much better.
I now have to find the control to descend while flying. There we are.
Or you're just gonna angle down and land. Said something about
Apparently,
weapon.
either shift or control enter will descend automatically, but I have switched it to the same button that works in WoW. Although that has disabled something else, but it's something else I didn't know existed, so... Of course, now I have to find that other thing and assign it to something else, because it might be useful. Thank you for the follow. Apparently, X is assigned to target filtering. And I don't know what target filtering is, but it sounds useful. Now that might be useful to everybody except for Emo. Well, actually no. Not to Zora either. Apparently you can toggle targeting modes so that you can't target friendly targets. So when we're all grouped up, I can actually click the enemies instead of clicking everybody else instead.
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's because I find the problem is I go to click, and it's an enemy, so I had to pull my party list up larger and have it right close by me so that I'm not having to go to you guys or try to use the F keys to swap through people and not misclick on something else.
Does the unicorn fly?
Yes.
Nice.
You should
So
have your
does my
key to-
carbuncle.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's funny. Oh no, not your pet carbuncle, but the actual mount. And don't forget to use your key for the other thing, yeah?
Yep. Yep, gotta give Maggie a good home.
What are the louder mounts?
It actually seems less loud when I'm riding it than when other people are riding it.
Alright, so these two blue ones right here I see with the pluses actually unlock something then.
This one here looks to be something to do with a weaponsmith in Revenant's Toll. And the other one just appears to be unlocking the ability to do old duties through the duty roulette. What they are referring to as New Game Plus mode.
You guys are back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Ant.
I really agree that we should move the location. But if they do, I hope our envelopes change to porting there instead.
Mm-hmm.
To the new place.
Well, the new place does have an aetherite of its own. So technically we could set our return to there.
Ah.
Yeah. Well, should we go find what's her name's supposed Walking Dead mom?
Sure, why not?
That's what's next on the list, right?
Yep, that is the next main story quest. I did pick up a couple of purple quests in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I think that the that both of them were going to just unlock hard modes of Ifrit and Titan.
Mm-hmm. I think that's right.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I did unlock those two. Well, he wants us to go kill Ifrit, and I don't know if I picked something else up after that. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Look at the snowman!
That's so cute.
Indeed.
Luna Snow.
But yeah, we might as well push ahead on the main story quest front, because dungeons or trials would probably take longer than we have for tonight.
Yeah.
Which one is it? Oh, oops. Never mind.
Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's bane, I mean, what brings you to my humble resort? I have no idea how to pronounce this. I'm calling it Flamen. Flamen? You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Egads, man, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Oh, for shame. To think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west, or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say. A tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Master Gregory Jew. Your information will serve us well. I didn't even notice Alpha Node was here. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. It feels silly to be flying on a chocobo.
I was just gonna say it's weird.
Not as weird as flying on a unicorn.
No, unicorns are magical creatures. But, Chocobo's just sitting here flapping his wings, and it's working somehow.
Yeah, they definitely make me think of flightless birds. Like they should not be able to.
Typically, in Final Fantasy games, they are flightless. Except for the rare black chocobos. They can fly. Well, if it isn't the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with the tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10.
Hey, I thought the blind guy was over here.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
he's
because
moved.
go visit his friend.
Or we have to talk to this other guy first. Eh? You want to know if I've seen a Makoto lass by the name of Flamen? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long.
Or accepting yourself, that is, he says to me.
Now we go talk to this guy. I see you have had many grand adventurers since last we spoke. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road to the south into Raincatcher Gully, and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. He just had a bad day. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gobu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make perfume, you see, and... Flamen? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you finally found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume. Minfilia, or I should say, Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia? You are the very picture of health, my lady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well that does please me. More than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lenoskia aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers to use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have that which you came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wine porch, say?
Hey, who's going with her?
I think she can handle herself, just as long as she doesn't attract any giant, whatever those things are.
Yeah. Who's saying she's gonna actually show up? Oh, never mind.
I will position myself so when she tries to run this way, I can catch her.
Nice.
This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I could scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. And I've noted on multiple occasions now that they will give you a quest that gives you nothing but strength rings, and then the next quest has no strength rings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do that.
You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off till the next ferry. I could finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands.
We could just teleport her. Oh, or I guess we did.
Yeah, well, we teleported at least.
Right.
Everybody else did end up in the Waking Sands, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Antecedent, you have a guest. Lamen. Asilia. I haven't seen her like this in years. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead. But what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success, and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Celestia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gotten so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for him, however. I could not have made it without him. Thank you. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you've kept it? My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life shortly after our arrival. It was Laman who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have it found nonetheless. So I gave it to Laman as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could have ever hoped. You have succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that the words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and of what it may entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Laman. You built it once, Asilia. You can build it again. And this time, we'll do it together. Truly? Alpha Node, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldesion. Preparations begin at once. It is all well and good that we found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representative there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, Antecedent. Really, Alpha Node, if I need concern myself with anything, it surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll? It is an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word from of your intentions from Master Alpha Node, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates in Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs to be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one. You are the... are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Slaffborn spoke of you in most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate and fewer still would survive. You shall always be welcome in Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. Well, well. It would seem your reputation precedes you. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. Ah, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alpha Node has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. Negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordana, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I have come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic, That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Raban included. Moreover, I have decided that this time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorza. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorza to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in so doing, I would show them that it is the power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamen to teach me the basics of mining too. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alpha Note, I mean. It was almost predictable that he would appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slaffborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road, and represent us well. Well, that answered a question that I have had rattling around in my head for 5 years.
Oh, yeah?
On the wiki for this game, Minfilia's class is listed as minor, and I have been wondering why for years. That's actually fairly impressive. He sounds like he's trying to learn to play this song.
They just finished playing. I don't know. It's a sea shanty that's really popular on TikTok, and they played through that, and it was really good.
I'm going to guess the Wellerman.
Yes. Yep. I like that song.
It is a good one. I also find it funny that we leveled through rank 5 of the free company rankings really, really fast. But we've been on rank 6 for like 3 weeks. We're almost through it, but yep.
I think that was KJ and Ant doing all of the profession stuff.
Could be.
Yeah, I'm 50 on all mine except for fishing now.
And rank 7 apparently just unlocks, I'm guessing, a bigger guild crest. Or free company crest. Although apparently you can craft your gear to have the guild logo on it if you want.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
I think that was at 6.
6 was being able to unlock, or being able to buy land. Level 4 was enables personal gear to be customized with the company crest.
So our oh wait, where does it show our crest?
I think it's just the blue and brown eagle thing in the upper left corner.
Oh, okay.
I haven't figured out how to change it, so.
Gotcha.
Because Barrick would have designed that when he founded the free company years and years ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're really close to 7 though.
Yep. Of course, I also haven't investigated very hard on how to change it, so.
Right.
onward to Revenant's Toll. I guess we can turn this in before we call it for the night.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds good.
Oh, there are a lot of quests here now. I was told to expect a scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long. Do you have something for me? Let's see now. Yep, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest.
Oh, that next quest he gives a pet buffalo calf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Ha! But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen to help. Keen to have a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It's a lot more impressive than the Waking Sands, I can say that.
Mm-hmm.
It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be a good place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Is that you? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We've received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite all right, friend? I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries. You can rest assured that I'll see to all the necessary arrangements. Pray return anytime after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Alright, I think I will pick up all these quests off stream.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Give me this moment, I'll wind down the stream. Alright guys, I think we are going to have to call it here. We may be back tomorrow, or we may be back sometime, other time. But I will be back on Friday, streaming Final Fantasy V. Until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time, and have a good night.